Hi everybody, we're going to do lesson 823 and we're actually going to do simplifying radicals again. Hold on, let me start that again. Simplifying radicals or square roots. Okay, so again, I'm going to start with the square root of 4. Well, the square root of 4 equals 2. Don't forget the ones that you should know. The square root of 36. What is the square root of 36? Well, 6 times 6 equals 36. So the square root of 36 is 6. All right, next one. Square root of 49. What is the square root of 49? Well, that would be 7 because 7 times 7 equals 49. Okay, so now we get into these that we have to break down. So a lot of our numbers ended up being a 2 on the outside, maybe a 3 on the outside. It's not always a 2 or a 3. Sometimes it is and sometimes it isn't. Okay, so let's do number 1 here. We're going to do the square root or radical 98. Okay, sorry. All right, radical 98. I know 98 is divisible by 2 because it's an even number. So it's going to be 2 times. Now, if you're not sure, you could put it in your calculator and you would do it 98 divided by 2 and you should get 49. Okay, now if you know your perfect squares, you know that 49 can be broken down into 7 times 7. Now we have a pair of 7s. We have this 2 by itself on the bottom also, on the bottom of that branch. And so the 7s come out as a pair, and the 2 comes out by itself. Okay, so now 7 was our pair. That's all. It's no harder. It's just different numbers. All right, let's do another one. How about square root of 108? Okay, so if I take, well, is 108 divisible by 2? And the answer is yes. Okay, so I could do 2 times 54, which equals 108. Now I can take this 54. The 2 I can't do anything with after that. The 54, that's an even number. I can do 2 times, let me see, 27. Okay, so now I have another 2. I can't do 2 times 27 here because it's not an even number. So what other numbers could I do? Well, 9 times 3 is 27. Okay, and then I can break the 9 down to be 3 and 3. So what do we have here? We have a pair of 2s, we have a pair of 3s, and we have a single 3 at the bottom of that one. Singles go on the outside. So the 3 goes, I'm sorry, on the inside. So the 3 there goes on the inside. Pairs of 3 and pairs of 2 go out as 3 times 2. So a pair of 3s and a pair of 2s gives you a 6 when we're doing this, because you only put 1 on the outside for each. All right, now that one I could have done a different way, but I just did it this way. There are other ways to do it. You might have teachers in the future who teach it a different way. This is the way I think it's the easiest for you guys. So, all right, number 3. Number 3 is the square root of 162. So the one thing that happens is sometimes you look at these numbers and they're big, but if you just divide by 2, if they're even, and you divide by 2, you're going to have a much smaller number to deal with then. So what I mean is it's 2 times 41. Am I right about that? No. It's 2 times 81. Sorry about that. Oh, now, if you can pick this up, it's a 9 times 9 is 81. Now, can we go further with the 9s? Yes, we can. Do we have to? No, we don't. We have a pair of 9s. You can circle them. You don't have to go all the way to the complete prime factorization. So We have a pair of 9s that comes out, and we have a 2 that stays in, and that is our answer, 9 rad 2, 9 square root of 2. Okay? So I could have broken that one down. I chose not to because I found a pair. So it's more about pairs than it is about prime factorization. All right, let me see. I'm going to do one more with you. Sorry, I'm chewing gum. Number 4, square root of 300. Okay, first thing I think of, by the way, it is an even number. You can break it down by 2, 2 times 150. But look, if you think about it just a little bit, 3 times 100 is 300. And then look, 10, what's the square root of 10? I'm sorry, 100, what's the square root of 100? Well, I gave you the answer, it's 10 times 10. So look, you have a pair. You do not have to break it down further. So you have a pair of 10s, they go on the outside. Radical 3, which is the single here, goes on the inside. Now I'm just going to show you, I'm going to do number 4 again. I'm going to actually redo this by dividing by 2. Because if you divide by 2, you get the same answer. So 2 times 150, 150 is divisible by 2. So 2 times 75, 75 is not divisible by 2, but it is divisible by 5. So 5 times, no, I'm sorry. Well, it is divisible by 5. So 5 times, this is 25, 15, okay? Now we have 5 times 3 to give you the 15. So this is the real prime factorization of 300. Pair of 2s goes out. Pair of 5s goes out. 3 goes on the inside because it's by itself. 2 times 5 is 10. Radical 3. Okay? All right. That's it for my part of this. I'm going to put some questions up for you to work on. So, hold on. Okay, so here are your problems that you're supposed to work out. The first 3 are perfect squares. The second 3 you're going to have to simplify using prime factorization. Okay? Okay, so here are your answers. Okay, so you had 6 problems. The problem right here, this guy, hold on, this one, I did it twice. That's because I could see both of the ways work and they come out with the same answer. Okay? I try to do them the way I think you guys are going to do them, but in some cases, there's more than one way that's pretty common. So, all right. Hey, have a great week. You're done for the week.